a Huffington Post YouGov poll finds that most Americans find that human activity is partially responsible for the changing climate. Now, according to this poll, 55% of Americans think that climate change is related to more frequent and severe natural disasters. Only 55%. That seems really, really low. I want to get into that later. But first, I want to break this down by party. Now, when asked, do you think changes in the global climate are related to more frequent and severe natural disasters or not, 72% of Democrats say yes. So 72% of Democrats, they're on board. They're like, okay, yeah, for the most part, we believe climate change is caused by human activity. I still think that that's really low. Only 72% of Democrats. It's a majority, but still too low. 52% of independents say yes. 39% of Republicans say yes. So there's a big problem. 39%. Most Republicans apparently don't believe in science or reports or climate science or anything like that. I find that absolutely amazing, for one, because how could you not believe in science? Anyway, 44% of Republicans say, no, they're not related. Stronger storms and climate change? Nope. You know what it is? It's the gays. That's what it is. It's the gays. It's abortion. I mean, we've seen all that from the right wing, from some of these televangelist pastors. Oh, no, that hurricane? No, that was from abortions. That tornado? Gay sex. That's the problem. It's not climate change. Hey, Big Oil, do you have my check, by the way? Where's my check? Look, it's all about the money, obviously. They're going to, these, hucksters, these charlatans, that televangelists that go on, they don't believe their bullshit. They're getting paid by Big Oil. They're getting paid by the Koch brothers. But anyway, back to the poll. Now, 70% of respondents said they think that human activity is having at least some impact on climate change. But only 34% said human activity is the primary cause. Another 36% said human activity is not the cause, but contributes to climate change. You're a little closer, but not quite there. Now, only 10% of respondents said human activity is not contributing to climate change, and 9% said that climate change is not occurring. 9% of our population is dumb. They're stupid. I can't believe it. 9% of the population. Climate change? Nope. Not happening. And the poll also finds that 28% of Americans think Typhoon Haiyan specifically was caused by climate change. Another 32% said it was not, and 41% say that they weren't sure. Now, you can't exactly go and tell if specific storms are caused by climate change. You can't do that. So that makes a little bit more sense. But what I find amazing about this whole poll is how much people don't really know about climate change. Now, 97% of scientists agree that climate change is happening, and yes, it's very likely due to human activities. It is caused by humans. But they don't, apparently most of the people don't believe that, which is amazing to me. Now, out of 12,000 research papers on climate change, also another 97% of them agree that climate change is real and man-made. So now we get to this issue of false equivalence. And here's a good example of why we have that false equivalence. Now, in a 2002 leaked memo by Republican spinster Frank Luntz, they said, should the public come to believe that the scientific issues are settled, their views about global warming will change accordingly. Therefore, you need to continue to make the lack of scientific certainty a primary issue in the debate. It's not a debate, though. Climate change is real. So this guy, Frank Luntz's specific goal is to make it a debate. is to use the media to spread this false equivalency so that, I mean, look, it's like I said earlier, it's about the money. It's definitely about the money. Republicans are bought by big oil, big coal, and so are a lot of Democrats. They're also bought by big oil, big coal, natural gas. And this is why our media, most of them also bought by big coal, big oil, and natural gas. You watch MSNBC or any of these main, I know I hate using the word mainstream media, but in this case it's true. Sounds like a trope, but mainstream media, if you watch any of those channels, what do you see? Natural gas ads all the time. ExxonMobil. Oh, what did ExxonMobil do for my business today? What did ExxonMobil do for me today? That's all you see. So, yeah, the media also bought by big oil. And this is why you have that false equivalence. Now check it out. There's this awesome graphic that I want to show you guys from Skeptical Science. Now check that out. This shows that 55% of the public think, or the public thinks that 55% of climate scientists agree on global warming. The reality, 97% of climate scientists agree on global warming. This is the consensus gap. This is what we're facing here. And it's because of that false equivalence. They will bring on a climate denier. And they will bring on a scientist. In most cases, they don't even bring on a scientist anymore. They just bring on climate deniers. Which is amazing. But that's what they do. And there's another graph, amazing graph that I want to show you. The information deficit misinformation surplus gap. So that green line, 97% of scientific consensus. That's where scientists are sitting. That gap from about 70 to 97, information. Information deficit, misinformation surplus. It means that we're not quite sure because we're getting a lot of misinformation, guys. But check that out. Below 70, you've got a cultural bias. And as free market support goes up, so does your cultural bias. So if you grew up a Republican in one of these states where, like Texas or Pennsylvania, which has a lot of coal mines, your cultural bias is to that of climate change does not exist. It doesn't exist because big oil tells me so. And that's who I listen to. And not only that, but of course jobs. If climate change is real, then that means the job that I use to support my family is killing the planet. And I can't handle that. And maybe that's what some of these people think. Well, and then if we do something about it, or if we try to do something about it, I'm going to lose my job. I'm not going to be able to support my family. But the one thing that they don't realize is that if you bring in new sources of energy, you're also going to have jobs that go along with that too. A windmill just doesn't snap together. You have to build it. You have to have jobs to build it. And one of the things we see about the Keystone XL pipeline, for example, is that one of the lies is that it's going to bring a lot of jobs. But what they don't tell you is that it's going to be a lot of temporary jobs. And not even a lot. Just a couple thousand. A couple thousand temporary jobs. And then they turn around and tell you that green energy, there's no jobs in that. They're just temporary. Yeah, dickhole. So are the jobs at the Keystone XL pipeline. And the thing is that the windmill, that's not going to destroy the water. That's not going to contaminate the water. That's not going to destroy the earth. That's not going to make it so you can light your sink on fire. Your water. So Look, man, I mean, when it comes down to it, it's all about the money. And this is what this false equivalence is from. It's from the money. And so this poll is pretty depressing. Yes, it's not quite as depressing as before, but it's still depressing. Just the fact that we don't have the American people, and look, we don't have the American people understanding that climate change is a real thing. And look, it's because science is hard. Science is not that easy. For a regular person to understand, they have to sit down, they have to study things and go, yeah, okay, that makes sense. But it's easier to say that, nope, climate change, the science, no. I'm not a scientist, so I'm just going to believe the guy on television that tells me that it's safe. I'm going to believe my politician when he tells me that this is safe. I'm not going to believe these eggheads, these elitists. And to bring up this point about Rick Santorum, where he said, oh, they want everybody to go to college? What a snob. Maybe the average person says, yeah, I don't want to be a snob. These Harvard elites. Look at these smart, thinking they're so smart with their hybrid electric cars. Well, I'm a real American. I drive a gas guzzler because that's good for America. Domestic energy. You're being duped, guys. You're being fucking duped by the Koch brothers, by big oil, by the government that is rolling in oil money. And the sooner you guys realize that, the sooner you could do something about it. Instead of waiting till, oh, fuck, it's too late. Now our water's contaminated. Now, now we can't live anywhere. Now we can't grow food. Now it's too hot to do anything. Well, it's going to come to a point where it's going to get there, where we're going to have those problems. We're going to end up contaminating our largest aquifers. And then what? Then we're fucked. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and share with your friends. If you want to see more, go to our channel at youtube.com/TYTNation. And if you really want to support the show, support this channel, go to our fundraising campaign at www.patreon.com/TYTNation. The website is in the description below. Thank you guys, and keep watching.